All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that part. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach the Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that. Is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain there, so he'll get it up only to about the 24. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 right at the 30. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Michel. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right. We are going. That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On 1st down, Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He sets to fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. And he fires one incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 26. Run. Run. Go to 50. Over.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Brady going to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. Oh, another great move. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brady now on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Brady now on first down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Open man right side of St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jump out. Zoom. Hey, check 26. Hold.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, check 26. That's fine, yeah. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Well, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Right now, you got 58.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He dumps it off for Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hurry up. Jump out. Zoom. That's fine now.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, check 26. Jumbo. Stay, Mike. 319.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Crosby puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. They find some open field here. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rodgers now to throw. And he is taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Derek Rivers able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They fake the give. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, check 26. Gun. Jump out. Go to 50. Hold. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A give to Henry. And an alley to run. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, check 26. Gun. Inside. Hey, check 26. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, check 26. Wind out. You got 58.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, good agility by Cobb. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Liz. I got him. Wide left. Slam. Gun. Get on. Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Get on.
Rodgers again now. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Here's Henry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Goal 50.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
3 down, 3 down. Check. We go. Banjo.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Orange!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Rip. Go.
On third down, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Boom! Still fighting for tackles. Refusing to go down. He was looking for Gronk that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
158! Jump out! Hey, where y'all going? Jump out! Jump out! Hey, check 26! 319!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, a 20-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Zoom. Right now, you got 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll running right through it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back now here on EA Sports. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Regular!
And it's Michelle once again. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got daylight. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Sugar.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Gronkowski's going to go. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. Now he steps away, and that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait!
On the handoff, it's Michelle. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, it's Brady. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now a pitch out to Hill. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Jeremy Hill taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
No. 319. Strong right. Strong right. Hey, 88. Oko, over here.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Derrick Henry powers through him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Yo, ears with a. Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. Zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a back. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I can my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my